Some stories are told and some are experienced. The one you are about to hear is somewhere in between. It happened a long time ago when I was in college. Back then, something strange used to happen to me. I would get jump scared very easily. Not normal scares. Even if I saw something coming from far away, my body would still react like I had just seen a ghost. People thought I was exaggerating. My friends used to laugh about it. Sometimes they would purposely try to scare me just to see my reaction. And honestly, sometimes even I felt like something was wrong with me. Why was I getting scared? Even when I already knew what was coming. One day, I finally got frustrated and asked my mother, Amma, why am I like this? Why do I get scared? Even when I can see things coming. She stayed quiet for a moment. Then she told me a story I had never heard before. A story from when I was very little. Apparently, I was very naughty child. The kind of a kid that never stayed in one place. Always disturbing people. Always doing something mischievous. One evening, some old boys from our neighborhood were playing cricket and I kept bothering them, throwing their ball away, running through the pitch, doing everything a small annoying kid would do. Finally, the boys got fed up. There was an old well nearby. It wasn't filled with water yet, just a deep circular pit about 7 feet down. So, as a joke, they picked me up and dropped me inside the well. They thought I would cry for a while and they would pull me back out after their match. Then they went back to playing cricket. But by the time their game ended, it was already dark. They came back to the well and I wasn't there. The well was empty. The boys panicked. They ran home and told my mother and grandmother. My mother said the entire house went into chaos. Everyone started searching for me. Neighbors joined. Relatives came out. They checked every street, every house, every field. But I was nowhere. That night, nobody slept. My father was working in Bangalore at that time. My mother called him crying. He told her to inform the police the next morning and said he would come home immediately. But until morning, the whole village kept searching. Still nothing. Then the next morning, something strange happened. My mother said she suddenly heard a voice, a faint voice. They followed the sound and it was coming from the well. They looked inside and there I was, sitting at the bottom, crying exactly where the boys had left me the previous evening. Everyone was shocked. The boys swore they had checked the well before leaving. They were sure it had been empty. But somehow I was there again, alive. My mother told me. They pulled me out immediately and hugged me like they had just gotten me back from the dead. When she finished the story, I asked her the obvious question. If I was there the whole time, why didn't anyone hear me crying? She looked at me in a strange way. Then she said something that still gives me chills. She said, "You weren't crying when they were searching everywhere?" She passed the well many times, and every time she looked inside, she said she could see something moving down there, but it didn't look like a child. She thought it was just shadows or maybe animals, so she never went closer. She paused for a long moment before saying the last part. The next morning, when they found you, you were sleeping peacefully, and your clothes were dry, even though it rained that night. I laughed it off first, but then she said one more thing, something I wish she had never told me. She said that when they pulled me out of the well, I was holding someone's hand, but there was no one there, just empty air. She said my fingers were tightly wrapped around something invisible. And when they tried to open my hand, I screamed, not like a child, like something that was being taken away. Since then, I get jump scared easily. Not because I'm afraid of what's coming, but because sometimes when I feel that sudden shock in my chest, it feels like someone inside me is waking up again and remembering the night the well wasn't empty. Some stories don't end, they stay with you long after the silence. This is Anudeep, and this is The Voice Within.